Here on the Highway to Freedom, we mobilize people and resources to drive, motivate, and create an organization of champions battling the war on poverty together. We do not promote the love of money, but the understanding of money to enable our members to exit the rat race and stop accepting poverty as a normal way of life. We encourage our members to think for themselves, developing and exploring how to have money work for them so they can stop being a slave to money, living from paycheck to paycheck. We have read and understand the book 12 Commandments of Luck. Daily, we are learning, applying, and teaching the 3 basic wealth principles to others as we grow. Understanding how money works for the wealthy, which only 5% of the world's population has learned, and have the discipline to implement these principles into their lives, leaving 95% of the undisciplined living from paycheck to paycheck. Our mission as a team is to address and cure the stinking thinking taught in our school systems to get a job and work for someone your entire life for a paycheck that you could easily create for yourself. As a team, we challenge ourselves through self-development and motivation to learn the principles of wealth and not only apply them to our lives, but to teach people in our circle to do the same, striving to be a better you every day to create time to enjoy this thing called life and not working until we die. Embracing the work hard but play even harder philosophy, which will enable us to take our eyes off of ourselves to help others succeed as well through self-development and motivation. One team, one dream, financial freedom. If you are a champion who is willing to learn, work, and share, we want to work with you and help you navigate this highway to freedom straight to the top.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another beautiful Saturday at the end of another trading week in the markets, baby. What's up? What's up? It's your boy, Professor Pips. I just wanted to show you guys that video so we can kind of like tune in to what we're all about here. One team, one dream, financial freedom. On this highway to freedom, it's all about purely being able to break yourselves out of the rat race that you may find yourself in right now. Now, if you are listening to this recording and life is great and beautiful and it's exactly the way you want it to be at this point in time, kudos to you. But I know there's a lot of us out here working and doing things not necessarily by design, not necessarily living a life exactly the way that we see fit for us, not necessarily enjoying your life the way you want to enjoy it. Now, I'm not saying that you live miserable lives. I'm not saying that you're not enjoying your jobs and things of that nature. But I'm saying, are you living a life by design? If you could be the architecture of your life, if you could design your life exactly the way you wanted to live it, are you living that right now? And a lot of times, one of the vehicles that gets us in a position where we can design our life is finances, is the ability to have control over the money that you make. And when you can control that dollar bill, then you can start controlling other areas of your life as well. Now you have the finances to actually start to build the life that you want. You know, it's like building anything else. If you want to build a house, you have to get resources, building materials to build that house. And it costs money. Depending on how big you want your house to be or how lavish and luxurious and fancy you want that house to be, is going to determine how much money you need. So here on the highway to freedom, we have the vehicle to make money, to be in control of our money anywhere on God's green earth that we have an internet connection. We have that ability here. We have the team, the one team, one dream philosophy in place here as well, where we're growing together, reaching goals together, holding each other accountable, and going through it together. You know, there's a saying that, you know, two heads is better than one, or does the sum equal the whole, or something like that. But basically, you know, a group of people, a group of like minds is better than you trying to go out there and achieve something by yourself. You have the energy of the team to keep you motivated, like that video said. We motivate each other, we keep each other going, we pick each other up, and we just keep climbing this ladder to our destination. We keep building this house that we're trying to build. We keep designing the lifestyle that we would like to have. And so we have that, the team concept, we have the vehicle and the knowledge to be able to control our money, and it's nothing to it but to do it and just get there where we gotta go. So with that being said and done, we come to the end of another week in the markets, baby. Cheers. We're doing a traditional Club Colombia. Traditional for where I am. I'm gonna say I'm in Colombia, so traditional for that. If you back in America, I guess you throw up your Budweiser or whatever, wherever you may be. But cheers to the end of another week in the markets. That's good. So as we take a look at the closeout, let's see what we got here. How did we end off last week? Okay, so as we take a look, the Highway to Freedom Signals channel came out with 230 pips of wins, putting some money in the bank. But if we take a look at what the market makers did, they did hit us with a blow of 127 pips. So we did come out on the positive as of last week. As we take a look at our pip count, we see we got a total of 103 pips positive last week. So if you had a standard account, you made about $1,000. If you had a micro account, you made about $100. And if you had a mini account, you made about $10. So all is well and done. We still put some money in the bank. We still grew our investments, and we move on to get ready for another week. Now, at the end of every week, it's always great to look back and see, you know, where your strengths were, where your weaknesses were. And speaking of strengths of us as a team, I'm really, really, really excited about the live trading sessions that we're hosting now on a weekly basis. I'm really excited about that because now this is going to put the power truly in your hands when it comes to trading the Forex. It's going to give you a solid, straightforward strategy to use to profit from. There's 100 million ways to trade. The key is that you take one that works. All of a sudden, I'm doing a video and all the cars and trucks want to drive by now. Gee whiz. I'm on the balcony on the side block, but big Coca-Cola truck. All right. So there's a million strategies, but you find one that works and you stick to it. That's the name of the game. You have certain rules to your game, to your strategy, to your style, and you stick to it. Because when you start mixing and matching and guessing and wish, that's how the market gets you. Looking back to last week, well, one of the reasons I'm really excited about giving you guys the power in your hand and seeing you become real traders with or without a signals channel. One of the reasons I'm excited about that, because as a signal caller myself, sometimes I don't catch everything. You're going to realize that in this game, there's two things to overcome. One is to have a strategy that you use and that it works and you stick to it. And two is actually catching the setups when they happen. I mean, without staring at the computer all day long. And this can be a challenge. This can be a challenge. You know, it could be the minute that you step out the house, you come back, you're like, oh man, I was waiting for this all day long and I missed it. Or the moment you decide to take an hour or 2, 3 hour nap because you've been up all day or whatever, is the moment, the setup you were looking for. You knew your strategy, you know the rules, you know what it looks like, but now you have to catch it when it happens. So these two things can be the strategy. Having the strategy is great. Catching it is the other thing. And last week in our live trading session, we looked at the EUR NZD and the GBP NZD. I told you guys what we were looking for to re-enter the trade because we took some losses on it when it was like kind of like consolidating. But I told you what we were going to look for upon the breakout. Sure enough shit, guys, man, I went in there, got in the bed, relaxed, had my computer on the nightstand, you know, so let me watch some TV to keep myself up. Freaking fell asleep for like an hour or two. Woke up, the EUR NZD and the GBP NZD had shot to the sky like 200 something pips. I was like, no. This is what we was waiting for. We talked about it in the live trading session too. So the beautiful part about you guys joining the live trading sessions, us breaking down the charts, determining what we're looking for, so that whenever it happens, you having the same outlook on your charts that I have as your Professor Pips, as your driver on the highway to freedom, one of your leaders on the highway to freedom. We're all on the same page. So if I happen to fall asleep, step out the house, be stuck in the airport, whatever the case might be, if that happens to be, we can truly buy into the essence of being a team because we can rally together. If I'm away, if I'm not looking, Mark Lewis sees the setup and lets us know on the team. If I happen not to see it, King Aziz comes through. Wally comes through. Who else? Quincy's been showing up, man. Miss Barbara Mathis, I see you. We got Sherlin is showing up. Sherlin said, man, Shane, I applied some of the things you said in the first live trading session, and it worked. I made some money. It worked. And Sherlin is coming on to our live trading sessions. Fim Dogs has been rocking with us since day one. It's giving energy and producing to our live trading sessions. And a couple of other you, if I can't remember you from our first two, get on the next one so we can build together and truly have the essence of a team where we ultimately get to the point where it's not just Professor Pimps, it's truly the Highway to Freedom team analyzing and breaking down these markets and catching the setups when they happen so that as a team, we can earn more together. We call it a team right now, but honestly right now it's Professor Pip's results on the scoreboard. And I was sitting there yesterday thinking all day like, man, we got this scoreboard thing. We talk about the team. Our mission statement is about being a team, but it's really Professor Pip's results that we're looking at all day. But I know some of you are applying yourselves, building your knowledge, and growing in this game, and even making monies. King Aziz just sent me some results of what he did last week with the GBP NZD, and I was like, wow, he did the damn thing. He caught the thing I fell asleep on. He caught it. Imagine all of you could have caught that too because Aziz caught it, and he just said, guys, the GBP NZD setting up. What do you think? Let's go. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Then we would have caught that. Lawrence Martin been rocking with us from day one. Sent me some results of what he did with a couple of trades last week that maybe I didn't see or was not looking at. What if the whole team could have benefited from that too? Sherlin making some money with the strategy we have and applying himself and making some money and winning. What if the whole team could have caught some of that too? Because our player came through. Mark Lewis is making money. The guy got 2 different trading accounts and got money in both of them. We don't brag about the money we make as much as we used to on the highway to freedom, but don't sleep. Cats is making money here by learning the strategy and applying it. So my whole thought process here is these live trading sessions are going to be, they are awesome. And what I'm developing a curriculum on paper and in my head, and I'm envisioning and putting out a way that we can literally measure the results. Measure the results. But see, once we can measure the results, then we can manipulate the results to get exactly what we want by just playing the numbers game and just honing on our skills. And that's where we're going. So we can truly have a team. If you think about basketball, there's 5 people on the court, maybe 12, 15 people on the team as players, and you have 5 people on the court. So at the end of the game or the end of the quarter or whatever, you're able to look at the team stats, and you're also able to look at the individual player stats. Feel me? You feel me where I'm going with this thing here? I'm excited. So we're developing a way that we're going to be able to record the individual player stats, like the Sherlin stepping up, the Quincy, the King, the Smart. Yo, I see you guys, Adewale. You know, I see you guys, man. So all I'm going to say, keep showing up. And as we going into the end of this year, looking at our life and designing it, our life by design, realize that here on the highway to freedom, it's time for us to really see some growth as far as you guys who want it, becoming real traders and getting the respect you deserve and making the money you deserve as well. And seeing your growth, literal growth, not just because you followed some signals and made some money and perfected it and mastered your craft. So now that you can really and truly start to live a life by design. Whereas it's not just, like I said again, not just following signals. It's not just the results of Professor Pimps. Call ourselves a team, because then we can take the individual player results and put it together and really see what our team results are. So we stopped. So I'm so excited about our live trading sessions, because we not only analyze the charts together, we learn more together. And we're kind of like, I'm going with the whim. Right now it's set up in part learning strategy, part analyzing the markets. We're going with the whim. We're putting a curriculum together. I want it to be organized, getting better together. So it's been real, guys. We come to the end of another week in the markets. We closed out on 103 pips last week. We're off of our goal. We got to tighten up. It's time to come back now. And I'm feeling really good, like, again, about the strategy that we got. We had, I'm going to be honest with you. So sometimes, it's like when we took the losses last week, those 120, I said, freak it. We're going to just take out. You got to catch it, because now we would have been up another 200, 300, 400 pips on the end results this week. I missed it, though. I fell asleep. I'm going to tell you straight up. But if we would have caught the move, like when we took the loss, those were the pips to make up for that loss. Those were the pips. The damn thing went up about 300 and something pips at this point in time, because even the next day it kept shooting up. So that was the you know what I'm saying? It's okay to take the loss, but you got to catch it to make up the pips back. But it's all good. I saw it, and on the live trading, I said exactly what to do when this certain sub does it. So some of you caught it. Some of you caught it. Kudos to you. But again, it's about bringing us together as one so that we can catch these things as a group, as a team together. So we're more stronger together than as one. All right? So it's been real, another week. I'm looking forward to next week. And, when I come off a week, like, we came out on a positive. We came out 103 goals. We still came out positive. So, but when I think, it felt like a defeat to me. So it's like you go back in the locker room like, oh, man, I can't wait till the next motherfucking game, man. I got some whip ass to pull out on them. You get that shit in you like, our older market makers went after that. Y'all caught me sleeping, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait till next week so we can continue to take this thing to the top. because the bottom is just too crowded. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.